Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to answer some listener questions. A few people have texted in, and they wanted their questions answered here on the podcast, so I'm going to answer them for them, okay? So let's get into the first question. He writes, "Hi, Yaz. I'm recovering from a pretty little princess narc. Maybe the worst kind anyone could ever encountered. I've been no contact for a year, but have sustained damage to both my vehicles. I have no proof of anything. Any suggestions?" Well, number one, you have no proof, okay? So what you need to do is get proof. And the only way to do that is to have cameras. When you deal with a malicious narcissist, let's say you broke up with them or you're no contact with them, you are going to have to watch because a lot of them will stalk you. They'll drive by your house. If you have a nice car and you're dealing with a malignant narcissist, they love to damage cars. They absolutely love to damage cars. So they might give you a flat tire, they may key your car, whatever. So how do you protect yourself against something like that? You have to have cameras right where your car is parked, maybe in the driveway, the front of your house. You should always have cameras anyway, just as a safety and security precaution, especially if you're dealing with somebody as vicious and could be violent as somebody like a malignant narcissist who would do something like that. So my suggestion to this is you don't have proof, but protect yourself in the future by having cameras so that if she were to try and do any kind of other damage to your car, to your home, to anything, you have proof with cameras. You take the cameras to the police and you file a report on her. So that's how you would handle something like that. Also, you should also have cameras, you guys, around your home to see if this person is stalking you. Always have cameras. And this way, if you see that they're around your neighborhood or always passing your house, you have now evidence to show the police, to show the courts that this person is stalking you, okay? Or if they send you any kind of emails or anything, keep a record of everything so that today or tomorrow you have a problem with somebody, you have a record of this. You know, they could do searches and they could find out who that person is. So that's how you would handle that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to answer the second question that they sent in. And with this one, it's about covert narcissists. And what they wrote is, once a covert narcissist has destroyed every bridge back and overplayed their hand, can they hoover again? Or are they stuck permanently in this destruction mode for that person? Will it ever stop? And the answer to that is a covert narcissist can keep hoovering you. Even if they burn bridges, they can still come back. And especially if you have a good grade A supply that they want or they need. What they'll do is they'll give it time in hoping that you forget about what happened. This is what narcissists will typically do. They'll give it time thinking that you'll soften up, you'll forget about it, and they come back and they try you. And why will they do that? Because they have nothing to lose, okay? They have nothing to lose and they're desperate for your supply. And most of the times when they do that, it's because they're not doing well. So I always say it really depends on what's going on in that narcissist's life. If they're not doing well, or they're extremely having troubles with whatever supply they have, a desperate narcissist does desperate things. And what they could do is they could definitely hoover you again. Never say never with a narcissist. And I did a reel on this. A narcissist can come back at any time, okay? Any time. I've had blowouts with narcissists, and they've come back months later, years later. So will it ever stop? It stops when you make it stop. When you don't respond to the narcissist. When you just totally keep blocking till they finally get disgusted. But if they feel that you're doing really good, They could try to hoover again, maybe contact somebody you know, ask about you, call you from another number. All of these, anything's possible. Understand this. And especially if you have something good that narcissist needs. Now, if they could find it somewhere else, they're not going to bother with you, okay? Like, for instance, if you're offering the narcissist sex and they can get sex somewhere else, that's good. They're not going to be too concerned with it. You've got to look at what they were after from you and where they are in life and see, do they need you? The more that narcissist needs you, the higher the likelihood that they will hoover you back, even if they burnt a bridge with you. Like I said, narcissists come back all the time and they pretend like nothing ever happened. They will contact you on a holiday. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, how you been on your birthday or something, and they play stupid, okay? Like nothing ever happened. And they will try you. And they figure if you don't respond, they'll just do it to another supply. So keep in mind too, they're not just hoovering you, they're hoovering other people as well. All right. So you never know when it's going to end. And the likelihood of it ending is it will end if you have nothing to offer that narcissist and if you totally run stone cold on them. And this is what you have to do. No response, no reaction, and just let that narcissist, just keep no response, no reaction. And eventually the narcissist will get tired of it. They'll get tired of it. They may try you again. I'm not going to say that that'll never happen again. They may try you again. But trust and believe that if they do try you again, it's because they're not doing well. Okay? Okay, you guys. Next question. She asks, how can you let a narcissist know that you know what they are? First of all, you don't have to let the narcissist know that you know what they are, okay? Narcissists will know when you pull back from that narcissist. When you stop being an open book to that narcissist and you start guarding yourself and not giving them a lot of information about yourself, that's how the narcissist is going to know. When you start retracting from the narcissist, they're going to know automatically that you're cautious of them and that you're starting to see through them, okay? And they're going to try to, they're going to feel you out and they're going to try to open you up in some way. They may ask you personal questions and see if you open up about it. If you don't, then they know that you're guarded and that you probably are starting to see through them, okay? But the bottom line is, you don't have to go and tell a narcissist that they're a narcissist. You don't win by doing that, okay? Because all it's going to do is start an argument and it's going to provoke the narcissist to run a smear campaign and try to come after you. You want to ease away from these people and have nothing to do with them. Or if you do have to deal with them, you gray rock them. Very, yes, no, talk about on the surface type of things. Don't give them your personal information, your secrets, or anything like that. The narcissist is automatically going to know when you're not chasing after them. Like I said, when you start pulling back from them, you don't want to be around them. You're not engaging in conversation with them. You're holding back. When you're holding back, that narcissist is going to know that you know what exactly they are. And they're going to be watching you. And they're going to be afraid that you're going to be saying something about them behind their backs. Okay? So that's how you can let a narcissist know that you know, is by keeping your distance from them and not getting into in-depth conversations with them and not go look for them or anything like that. Don't look for their validations, all right? Next question. How narcissists act if they have to be around family members in a group they did a smear campaign on. Well, narcissists that run smear campaigns on family members are going to be phony as fuck when they're around you, okay? They're going to be nice. They're going to pretend that they like you. They're going to they're going to try to fool you in thinking that, they like you and everything like that. And that's also showing the other family members that, hey, they're trying with you. Even though they're gossiping and smearing you behind their back, they want their image to look good. And this is the covert narcissist. They're going to want their image to look good. So when they're around other family members and they've smeared you, they're going to pretend to be nice to show that they're the good guy, you're the monster. But meanwhile, they've ripped you up to shreds behind your back. But for appearances in front of everybody else, they're going to pretend to be really, really nice to you. And this is the hypocrisy, and especially with the covert narcissists. Around other people, sometimes they could pretend to show that they like you when in fact they really don't. And this is how they smear you. Because one of the ways they smear you is they do it from a place of concern as to not show their fangs. So they'll tell people, I really like so-and-so, but I'm concerned about them. They're awfully sensitive, or I think there's some kind of mental problem with them. They really need to go talk to somebody. So they pretend that they're concerned about you. It's a place of concern, when in fact what they're doing is they're destroying your reputation. They're planting the seed that you have mental issues, which they love to do. And then when they are around a family get together, they pretend to be nice, that they like you, because they don't want to give you the heads up that they're behind their back, they're ripping you to shreds. So they're going to put a false, phony self on and pretend that they care about you, they like you and everything like that. But behind your back, they're jealous. A lot of times they're jealous or they're threatened of you, and they're going to be ripping you to shreds. That's how those covert narcissists are. They're phony as hell. They're phony in front of other people, and then they're ripping you up behind your back. Okay, you guys, I'm moving on to the next question. And what she wrote is, as a strong Bible-believing Christian, my husband and I have been married for 7 years and dating for 9. He has struggled with an addiction to lying for years. There's one thing that I hate more than anything, is lying. He says he will stop and will go through sessions that are great, and then the lying starts back again about the smallest things. Divorce is not an option, as he will not give me a divorce. We just go through lying cycles over and over with highs and lows filled with poor communication and surface level conversations. Is this narcissistic, and is it even possible for him to stop lying addiction? Okay, first of all, is it narcissistic? Well, a lot of narcissists are liars, okay? But it doesn't mean that every liar is a narcissist. So, but you have to look at a lot of different factors, whether you're trying to figure out whether he's a narcissist or not. In other words, how empathetic is he? This is one of the biggest indicators of whether somebody is narcissistic, is their level of empathy. Does he have empathy? Or does he put himself, his wants, his needs above anything, and he doesn't care who he hurts along the way? Is he, does he take accountability? That's another indicator. Narcissists don't take accountability, all right? But you have somebody who has a lying addiction, and that is somebody that will always be a liar 99% of the time unless they get intense cognitive behavior therapy, all right? This is somebody who has to acknowledge the fact that they're a liar, go through therapy, and want to make it better. But there has to be consequences, because if he knows that you're not going anywhere, he's never going to change. This is what you got to understand. Narcissists will never change if there's no consequences. And even if there is consequences, a lot of them don't change, okay? They don't change. So the bottom line is this, you said divorce is not an option. He won't give you a divorce. Well, do you know your legal rights? You have a right to a divorce. Whether he wants to give you a divorce or not, you have a right to a divorce. So if you're that miserable, that unhappy, my suggestion is to go speak to an attorney without him knowing about it and know your rights. okay, if you want out of that marriage. Because you as a human being, as an individual, have certain legal rights. It's not about he won't give you a divorce, okay? If you want a divorce, you can get a divorce. He can make your life miserable and try to torture you through the divorce process. That's a given when dealing with a narcissist. They will do everything they can to torture you. I've gone through that, okay? But it's to get to the other side, which is your freedom, your peace, your happiness. So you have to look at all the factors that are involved here of whether you would want a divorce, okay? How bad is it? Do you want a divorce? But as far as him being a liar and never lying, he's going to continue to do it. Just know that he is going to continue to do it. You may bring it up to him and he may be okay for a little while, but they will always revert back to their old patterns. Why? Because they can. Because there is no consequences. Because you aren't leaving. So he knows he doesn't have to adapt or do anything differently. So, he's never going to stop lying. This is what I have to tell you. And as far as a divorce, know your legal rights as far as divorce. That's why you got to go speak to an attorney. A lot of attorneys give you free consults and see what they have to say. Again, he will make your life difficult, I'm sure, if you decide to leave him, but you just have to be prepared for something like that. And it's got to be, advantageous for you to leave. And you have to weigh the pros and cons of how bad the relationship is with him. But he will always continue to lie as long as there's no consequences there. And the only consequence would be to walk away. Okay, you guys, I'm going on to my next question, which is a doozy, okay? She writes, why my ex-narcissist, after breaking up with me, wants me to text him. He said he meant to be single because he feels happier when he's single. Of course he feels happier when he's single. After 14 months in a relationship, he's 50 years old. Then he ghosted me and then wants me to call him because he feels happy when he sees my name on the screen. But deleted all social media posts that I was in. And also I just found out he's on a dating app saying he's looking for a long-term relationship. Well, here's what's going on, okay? He wants to keep you around. He wants to have control of you. And he also wants his cake and eat it too. He wants to be single. He wants to be out there. He wants to be playing around. But he wants to know that you're still around, okay? Oh, it makes him feel happier to hear from you. If this guy, if he discarded you, he broke up with you, why are you talking to him? You shouldn't be talking to him whatsoever. Not today, Satan. This guy discarded you. Oh, he's happier being single? Great, go be single, but don't waste my time. You're wasting your time. You're giving him supply by staying in contact with him. You've got to cut him off cold. This guy is doing nothing for you. Nothing, all right? Except you're giving him reassurance that you're still there, that if things don't work out with these other people, he knows that the door is still open, that he could come back into your life. Why are you giving him access to you when he's basically telling you that he doesn't want to be with you, you're not enough for him, he wants to be single? Let him go be single. Let him go be single. But you know what? Don't let him waste any more of your time, and don't give him reassurance that he still has access to you, okay? You have to respect yourself. And the way that you respect yourself is by cutting these people off cold, all right? Cutting them off cold. Don't forget what he did to you, all right? He wasted your time. So, why give him any more time after he broke up with you? I wouldn't give him an ounce of time, all right? Because he's a waste of your time, and he's playing with your emotions. He's being honest in the sense that he's telling you he wants to be single, but he's also out having a good time for himself, and he loves the fact that you're still there, and he could text you. And what's the next move when he's not doing well? Say, baby, let's get together. So now he's having his cake and eat it too. He's got you on the sidelines, up on the shelf. He's shelving you, okay? Or rather benching you. And then he comes back to you, and he likes to know that you're there. Don't give him that kind of access. That's what I have to say to that, okay? Okay, you guys, moving on to the next question. She wrote, I was seeing someone for 8 months who I'm sure was a narcissist. He never asked to be exclusive, but all the other girls he did, but helped me out a ton. Did he even like me, or was I just a supply? He recently needed it, saying we had a connection and chemistry, but no spark, and wondering if he will try and come back. Well, here's what I have to say to this. You're being used, okay? You're being used. Oh my gosh, so many people are being used by the narcissist. Number one, it's right there in your own words. Read back what you just wrote. You said he never asked you to be exclusive, okay? He didn't want to be exclusive, but he wanted the benefits out of you, okay? He wanted, obviously, sex out of you. But he wanted to be exclusive with other girls. So you are now a backup, all right? He wanted to be exclusive with other ones, but he didn't want to be exclusive with you. That's because you are a backup, and he's seeing somebody else, or he's seeing a bunch of other people. You're getting used, okay? And he's gaslighting you because he's saying, oh, well, we have a connection and chemistry, but no spark. All right, well, if you have a connection and chemistry and no spark, then why even sleep with somebody like that, okay? He's using you for supply. That's what's going on. You're fulfilling a need to the narcissist. Because if he really cared about you, he wouldn't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and be saying, there's no spark. Okay, there's no spark. Then why are you calling my phone? Why are you wasting my time? Because you just want to use me? I'm a piece of meat. You want to use me for sex? Value yourself, okay? Not today, Satan. This guy is using you. Because when somebody really cares about you, they're all in, or they do this kind of shit, okay? They're all in, or they do this shit to use you as a supply. So don't be used by this guy, okay? He's playing mind games with you. And they love to say, oh, we got a connection. Okay, you know what that means? Okay, I'm going to translate that. You know when they say, oh, well, we have a connection. A connection means that, yeah, he's got a connection to wanting something you have. He doesn't have intent of anything else, because if he did, he would have pursued you the correct way. He wouldn't be putting you on the sidelines and coming around when he feels like it, all right? So did he like you? He may have liked you, but he wasn't serious about you, okay? He wasn't serious about you. You are just a supply. And will he come back? Probably he'll come back. If you were offering something to him like sex, why wouldn't he? He's getting, all he's got to do, oh, we got a connection. Okay, let's get in the bedroom, sleep with you. Okay, there's no spark here. I got to go. Come on, you guys. You got to be smarter than that. This person is playing you. That's what he's doing. He's playing you. So, that's why I say your cutoff game has got to be fierce. And I did a podcast on this years ago. It was one of my best podcasts about how your cutoff game's got to be fierce. And what that means is if somebody is not putting in the right energy and serious with you, then they're going to waste your time. This is what they're going to do. They're going to waste your time. You know how many women are out there, and probably men as well, that are dealing with somebody who's breadcrumbing them, stringing them along, telling them they have a connection with them, but they don't want anything else from them. They just want your supply, which is either sex or money or to use you for a place to stay or hang out. If they're not serious with their intent, they're wasting your time. This is what it is, you guys, all right? So, this guy, yeah, he'll be back. Why wouldn't he be back? He's getting something off you. He'll be back. But it's up to you to end it if this guy's not serious with you. And if somebody said to me, listen, oh, we have a connection but no spark, that's pretty much telling me that they want to use me for something, but they don't want anything else from me, okay? So you're getting used. Sorry to tell you, that's what's going on. Okay, you guys, last and final question. She wrote, why did the narcissist block me on Facebook after I exposed him for being a hoe and then like 3 years later, find me on Instagram and follow me and my mom like nothing ever happened. Ridiculous. I blocked that fool so fast when I saw he followed me on IG. But why do they do this? He blocked me first. At the time we dated, I was 42. He was 60. Can you believe he is 60 acting like this? Yeah, I could believe he's 60. It doesn't matter what age they are, you guys. It doesn't matter. These people will play these games till they're, in a hospital bed. They'll play these games forever, till the day they die. So don't think just because somebody is 60 or older that it stops, because it doesn't. Because they love the game, all right? Why did he follow you and your mother? Because he's testing you. That's why. This is what they'll do. Even if they blocked you first, a narcissist can come back and they could follow you again, all right? And this is what they'll do. Or they'll send a friend request to you, like on Facebook or something like that. And they're testing you to see if you respond. That's why you did the right thing. You just block him, all right? You just block him. He's trying to get in again. He's hoovering you, and they will try you. And this is what I explained earlier in this podcast. It doesn't matter if it ended up bad. They will still try you because they need that supply. They're going to see if you're still gullible, and they could weasel their way back in. Usually if they do something like this, they're not doing well. And now they're going back, they're recycling their exes, they're following them on Instagram, they're sending them instant messages or text messages or something, or they may even try to call or something like that. Like I said before earlier, it's because they're in hopes that you forgot about it. Maybe you warmed up, maybe you're thinking about the good times with them. And so basically they're testing you to see if they can come back and use your supply. Once it's done, it's done. These people don't change, okay? Don't let a narcissist waste your time twice. Once it's done, okay? So it doesn't matter what age they are, and it doesn't matter whether they blocked you. They will still try you if they need you, or they're not doing well out there, okay? So I hope that helps you guys. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking to get a question answered, you can text it to our crew over here at The Game Exposed. I'll get you guys the number in a minute, all right? And, if you're confused, you don't know if you're dealing with a narcissist, the number is 917-781-1230. But keep your questions brief, okay? Because they can't read through all long paragraphs, a short paragraph of a question, okay? If it's longer or more in depth, they're not going to read through it, you guys. There's just too many messages. If you need more in-depth kind of coaching, you could book a one-on-one phone coach with me to discuss your situation and work through it and get the clarity and the answers that you need. You could check out one-on-one phone coaching at my website at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. Check out my YouTube at The Game Exposed Podcast. And also Facebook is The Game EXP 123. TikTok is The Game EXP 123. And Instagram, did I mention Instagram? Game EXP 123, and TikTok is The Game Exposed. And have a great day, you guys.